The ancient Egyptian civilization is one of the oldest known to humanity, spanning thousands of years along the banks of the Nile River. This civilization was not only a model of architectural and engineering advancements, but also a cornerstone in many sciences such as medicine, astronomy, and art. Through this journey across the ages, we will review the main features of ancient Egyptian civilization, starting from the pre-dynastic period to the pharaonic era, highlighting the social, political, and cultural changes that occurred over those time periods. The pre-dynastic period, circa 5000 to 3100 BCE, forms the initial foundation for the construction of Egyptian civilization. During this period, the Egyptian human primarily relied on agriculture along the Nile, leading to the formation of stable communities. This period saw the early uses of advanced agricultural techniques, such as pottery and primitive irrigation tools, which contributed to improved agricultural production and food provision. One of the most significant cultural manifestations of this period is the appearance of primitive art, represented in jewelry and small sculptures made of clay and ivory. Simple tombs with some belongings believed to assist the deceased in the afterlife also appeared. By the end of this period, small independent kingdoms began to form, which were the first seeds of centralized rule that later emerged in the pharaonic era. The Archaic period, 3100 to 2686 BCE, begins with the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt by King Narmer, also known as Menes. This event is considered the first unification of Egypt under centralized rule, paving the way for the emergence of the pharaonic state. During this period, the foundations of the administrative and political system, which would last for centuries, were established. Clear social classes emerged, with power centralized in the hands of the pharaoh, who was considered a living god on earth. Additionally, hieroglyphic writing was in the process of developing, used for documenting administrative and religious activities. The social and religious structure that made the pharaoh the link between the gods and humans also emerged, along with complex burial rites that would later evolve in a pyramid building. The Old Kingdom, 2686 to 2181 BCE, represents the beginning of the Old State in Egypt, a period of great prosperity that saw tremendous advancements in architecture and arts. During this period, the famous pyramids were constructed, which became a symbol of Egyptian civilization to this day, most notably the pyramids of Giza built by pharaohs Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure. Politically, the pharaoh retained absolute power. But by the end of this period, signs of weakening central authority began to show, leading to the collapse of the old state and Egypt entering a period of political turmoil. Despite this, significant advancements in arts were made during this period, with the development of statues and carvings depicting pharaohs and gods. The first intermediate period, 2181 to 2055 BCE, witnessed the collapse of central authority and the emergence of warring local kingdoms. The power of the pharaoh diminished in favor of regional governors or nomarchs, leading to the disintegration of the state and a significant decline in civilization. Despite political chaos, the Egyptian people continued practicing religious rituals and small-scale construction. Life remained based on agriculture and local trade despite the weakened central authority. In the Middle Kingdom, 2055 to 1650 BC, kings from the 11th and 12th dynasties managed to reunify Egypt and restore stability to the country.